Good morning and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be sharing with you a little bit of what I've learned from going on holiday or going away and leaving my business in the hands of somebody else who knows very little about my business, because I did learn a lot from this, and definitely some things that if you're new to this, if you own your own business and you're thinking about going away, these things might help you to get organized before you go as well. I wrote them down just so I don't forget. One of the first things was label your stock. When you work for yourself, it's easy for you to put things where you know and where you want, because really you're the only person that's going to be putting those things away or getting them when you make a sale. And this is definitely such a big thing when you are handing it over to somebody else to do. They don't know that you put your Kiara earrings in the top left corner of the number one box or the second box or whatever. Like, it's something that you need to be a lot more organized in the way that if you are to hand it to somebody else, they will be able to very easily go and pick out that earring. And this is something that I did not do. So before, I would just, every time I would receive new stock in, I would just pretty much put it at the front of that box. So I would have all my boxes with all my earrings and necklaces and rings and everything all mixed together, just pretty much based on how new things were. And sometimes I would try and reorganize them a little bit, but nowhere near like what it is now. And I guess when you're smaller as well and you have less stock, you can do that as well. But now that my stock level is growing, then being organized is really, really important as well. So the person who was helping me with my business while I was on holiday was my mum. And she is very organized with all of this stuff. So what she did was, first of all, separated everything. And I did this for her as well, but just not in the same manner. So before I left, I put all of the earrings together, say statement earrings in one box, tassel earrings in different boxes, but I didn't put them in by alphabetical order, and I did not put them in by name. So what she did was separated them by their groups as they were, and then say 10 boxes, just for example, are all for earrings. And then within those earrings you have A to Z. So one box could be A, then the next one could be B to C, or depending on how many items you have per letter, etc., that will change. And then have all the earrings alphabetically organized within the letters and within the categories as well. And this makes it so much easier for someone that doesn't know your stock, or that when an order comes through and it says Sophie earrings, someone who doesn't know, they're not going to know off by heart what the Sophie earrings are. So this is something obviously for me that I know because I named the earrings, but for someone that doesn't know, they're not going to know what they're called. So it makes it easier for them to search and then to go and find the stock to actually have them named, rather than looking at the picture and then going through your boxes and finding the photo and matching it by photo, which is what I was doing before. That is definitely, I think, the biggest thing. The second one that I wrote was alphabetical order and divide into subcategories. So this goes for anything. If you have clothes, you could divide it from t-shirts to skirts to pants to dresses to jackets, anything like that. Divide it, separate it, and put it by alphabetical order as well. And obviously this depends on how much stock you have of each item. For me, I had one hat and a few belts, I think, while I was on holiday. So you could put belts and hat together into the same box and sort of mix categories like that if you need to, because there's no point of having one big box for one hat in it. So within reason. Next, this is another thing, I don't think you have to do it, but it is something that helps, is having a packing station, just so nothing gets forgotten or left out. For me, I don't put my own earring cards on them straight away. They don't arrive with my earring cards, they just arrive by themselves. So I need to put my earring cards onto the earrings, and then I need to put them within their own little bag, and then within the bag I wrap it in tissue paper and then put a sticker on it. And then I have the process of getting the actual padded envelope that the earrings or the package goes in, and then the pens and everything, and then the post stamps, or if it's a prepaid satchel. So everything is quite a process in terms of packing. So I think another thing is having all of that laid out in a space in front of you, so if you are giving this to somebody else to do, that no steps get forgotten or left out as well, and it makes it really easy to remember. So by having everything almost like in order as well of how you would pack it, I think would be very helpful to the person that's packing it for you. And lastly, this is a very quick one, is write down your packing steps and also the parcel sizes. Yes, so this is something that is completely my fault because I did not explain to Mum that there was a difference in the satchel sizes. So for me, depending on how many items and the size of the items, they go in different bags. So I have like small, medium, and then I have the actual bags and blah blah blah. It's all confusing, but with two of the bags, they look the same while they're folded, so you can't tell the difference. But one of them was a size small, one of them was a size medium. And I didn't explain to Mum that there was a difference between the two. So there was a one stage, maybe the larger one was on top, I'm not sure. So she was packing the orders, which are like earrings, so they're quite little boxes, but she was sending them off in the really big bags. So when she went to the post office, the post lady said to her that there is a smaller bag, like you don't need to be posting it off in this massive bag. And Mum was like, oh, then she called me and she told me. I'm like, yeah, but there's a smaller one there. But things like that, like that's my own fault for not communicating it to her. And then that's also a cost as well because the bigger bags are more expensive to buy than the smaller ones. But all of this could have been avoided with proper communication at the start. So this is something that I missed. I did write a list for most things. So I wrote, if there's 2 earrings, usually it should go in this bag. Or if someone purchases this postage, it'll go in this bag. So writing everything down step by step for your person so that they have every possible option there just in case is good, and it's a good reference for them to go by, because it can be a little bit overwhelming when you're explaining all of this stuff to one person at one time in one day, and then you're like, all right, see ya, I'm off and going overseas. And then it's also hard because of the time difference. You may not be able to get in touch with that person straight away if you need something. So another tip for me would be to write a note on your website and just say that orders will be packed within 24 hours or 48 hours or something, so that it gives you that little bit of time to communicate with that person if they do get stuck and if they do need help but they want to wait to speak to you before they send the order off as well. And I think they were my main points. The main one was the organization of the containers and everything. So that is the biggest thing, and that is something that now I feel so much more organized with how I have things laid out now. I'm a lot more confident that if I was to leave somewhere again and I had to leave my business with somebody else, I think that now it is very clear for someone who doesn't know how to pack the orders and how to find exactly where everything is as well. So I do hope you found this video helpful. Just a quick few little tips. If you do have any more questions, or if you think I've missed anything on this as well, then please do let me know. I'm always more than happy to answer any questions for you. And I hope you have a beautiful day, and I will see you in my next video. But before I go, just quickly, I do want to remind you that I'm hosting a weekly giveaway, and all you have to do is subscribe to my channel, like this video, and comment down below with a love heart emoji, and it would mean so much to me if you could do that. So thank you so much. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.